This is the visualization for dissolving the false identity. Find a comfortable place to sit or to lie down, and close your eyes. As you breathe, feel your body begin to relax, detangling any tension, and allowing that breath to awaken an inner reflection, a safe place. Explore the area that you suffer with the most. There is an identity in this place of suffering to which you have attached yourself. Where is the pain point of identity? Is it as a daughter, a husband, a mother, a friend, a businessman, an entrepreneur, a leader, or a teacher? All of these archetypes are for our experience here on earth. Different identities that we've mistaken as our ultimate identity, who we really are. In this place, in this sacred, safe, inner world, what is the identity that causes you the most pain right now? Does it stem from an external measure of your self-worth through a level of success, your bank account, your title? Or does it stem from a relationship where a lot of discordance comes from miscommunication or an egoic struggle for dominance? Does it come from an unworthiness, a misidentification of your true self? Does it stem from a lack of love and respect for your own sovereignty? Keep breathing. See whatever identity this is, in all the circumstances, the words that have been said, the thoughts and the beliefs. See them all up on a blackboard, written out in chalk. See it outside of yourself, stepping into your observer mind, looking at the words and the images in front of you for this area of false identity, the source of so much pain. And seeing this on the board in front of you, breathe into yourself right here in the observer mind. If you have put this identity outside of you, who are you really? Who is this observer who is able to recognize something like an archetype or a false identity sourcing so much pain in your life. This is the infinite spark of awareness. Your eternal soul, deeply connected to God, to oneness. That identity you see on that chalkboard is simply an expression in this human form, on this human earthly plane, of an identity with which you have overly identified, overly valued as your true self. It is not. It is not. Remember who you are. Remember the overwhelming, unconditional, loving oneness from whence you came. Feel your physical body here now breathing, and yet still not losing touch with that observer mind. Feel them coexisting. What about this identity has slipped into the dominance of the ego, where the ego is fighting, struggling to either maintain this identity, to shun it, to prove it, to deny it? How has this over-identification with this archetype interfered with your heart connection to others, to yourself? With your next breath, allow your body to be filled with light. And then as you exhale, exhale that light at the board in front of you. And as your breath reaches the board, see it dissolving this false identity, blowing away the chalking, the marks that have sculpted the words and the image associated with this false sense of self. Receive the light with your inhale and exhale, letting go, allowing that spirit, that inspiration, that God knowing, that source connection to dissolve this false identity, knowing you are so much more than that. Allow that inspiration to create space, transcending that duality of identity, of trying to prove your right or your worthiness or your unworthiness, whatever it might be, trying to prove others wrong. That hierarchy of the ego. Inspiration, filling with light, and with this exhale, see it all blow away. All that is left is a beautiful blackboard of space, of infinite possibility, of silence and space. Don't put anything on the board. Just breathe in the fullness of all that is possible. This is your truth. Infinite possibility. This is your truth, and the truth shall set you free. Deepen your breath. begin wiggling your fingers and toes.